Beyonce and some other celebrities are speaking out after the police-involved shooting of Jacob Blake sparks outrage and more protests. Just to recap, you guys, in case you missed it, on Sunday, Jacob was shot in the back multiple times by police in Kenosha, Wisconsin, leaving him paralyzed, according to the family's attorney. This after he was reportedly trying to break up a fight. A graphic video footage of the incident shows Blake walking away from officers and approaching the driver's side door of a parked SUV before an officer fires multiple shots into his back. Now, the civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who is representing Blake's family, revealed in a statement that 3 of Jacob's kids were inside the SUV at the time of the shooting.
I
As you
mean,
can expect, yeah, go for it, Deidre.
no, I was just going to say that is I cannot believe, but I can believe that this is still happening, and it's just horrific on every level.
Absolutely. And of course, this is just one incident that just happened to be caught by cameras. You think about the countless others, right? And that's
Right.
what exactly is sparking this outrage, this current outrage. And celebrities, I mean, I feel like we've been sharing tributes all freaking year. And even long before that, Beyonce was among them, though, who shared a photo of Jacob and his children on Instagram on Wednesday, writing, sending prayers and thoughts to Jacob Blake and his family.
Oh my God, and such beautiful children they are too. Beyonce is far from the only celebrity who is weighing in on the matter. Of course, Kevin Hart, he took to Twitter to speak about the shooting. He wrote, "Another black man shot multiple times by police officers. It's shoot first and detain second in these streets. Multiple officers were present. He could have been grabbed. He could have been tased. He could have immediately been stopped when he started walking around the car." Another star weighing in, of course, NBA superstar LeBron James. He was one of the many NBA stars who spoke out, of course, talking about the incident and just kind of condemning how it's gotten absolutely out of control and
Hmm.
needs to come to an end.
And that's the message I think a lot of people are sharing, is that they're fed up. You can see it in
Hmm.
those posts, you can see it in testimonies all across the country, including from Jacob Blake's sister.
I'm not sad. I'm not sorry. I'm angry. And I'm tired. I haven't cried one time. I stopped crying years ago. I am numb. I have been watching police murder people that look like me for years. I'm also a Black History minor. So not only have I been watching it in the 30 years that I've been on this planet, but I've been watching it for years before we were even alive. I'm not sad. I don't want your pity. I want change.
I was completely gutted after I watched this.
Yeah.
The hair on my arm is still standing up. I think the last line of that speech was particularly powerful. I don't want your pity. I want change. And I defy
Yeah.
anybody who's maybe kind of brushed this off or dismissed the, condemning of the police brutality. Going against
Yeah.
police brutality. Watch what this woman had to say, and we need to stand together and make a change.
It's something that, rightfully so, is making the rounds. A clip from her speech really has gone viral on Twitter. And again, people are sharing the sentiment that at this point, it's no longer heartbreaking or sad. Like, the
Right.
tears are all dried up. Now it's time. Now it's just anger and frustration, because, like, when is enough enough? But still, it's hard not to feel for her in that moment, and also just kind of praise her for her strength. You know what I mean? Clearly there was a very important message that she wanted to share with the world, and I think she did that, successfully. And so many people, like I said, are reacting to this. Another star, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Portia Williams, she posted a photo of Jacob with one of his sons on Monday and offered up a prayer for his recovery. And Portia, of course, has no been stranger to fighting the good fight when it comes to racial justice. In fact, literally just Tuesday, Portia was arrested again during a peaceful protest in Louisville, Kentucky, in honor of Breonna Taylor. She had been posting photos and videos from the incident on Instagram, writing in all caps, "Say her name, hashtag Breonna Taylor." This is actually, if you can believe it, the second time that Portia has been arrested for peacefully protesting in the name of Breonna Taylor. In July, the reality star was actually arrested alongside 87 other protesters there in Louisville, who gathered outside the home of Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron. I got to tell you, this is I have to say that Portia is trying to be on the right side of history, and it's no longer about your brand or your career or what your Instagram feed
Correct.
looks like. Like she has literally been on the ground trying to seek justice for Breonna Taylor and countless others, and I gotta just applaud her for that.
I couldn't agree more. She is someone who has, like you just mentioned, you got to put all the superfluous stuff to the side. Entertainment is really fun, but we're now in a space where we need to be talking about what matters. And you don't
Hmm.
care about what, yeah, it literally makes me laugh when I say it. Who cares what your Instagram feed looks like?
Right.
She's out there fighting the good fight, really making her name lent to this important cause. And I'm
Hmm.
certainly learning a lot from it, and I'm very inspired by it. And we've got to demand change. We really do.
Absolutely. And that's something that she was telling ET's Nichelle Turner back in June when we caught up with her about why she's been compelled to protest.
It awoke something in me that I knew was there. I have always had a heart for the people. It's in my blood. My grandfather, Reverend Hosea Williams, and my father raised us in that way to have a heart for the people, charitable. I've marched with my grandfather in the past, but it ignited what was in me to want to fight for real change and to understand that I need to be with my people, with our allies, side by side, and fighting for real change and justice for George Floyd's family and for the other families who have been victims of police brutality.
Obviously, Portia made famous on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And even though this is a personal and human conviction of hers, right, to be out on the streets, to protest and seek justice, I am curious, though, how they will address this on her show, on the reality show. I know she sat down with Andy Cohen for Watch What Happens Live, but, obviously there is a cultural reckoning right now that can't be ignored. And a lot of those Bravo celebrities and also the Real Housewives of Atlanta stars have been outspoken on these issues. So I am curious how that will play out on the reality show.
I have to imagine that it's going to be captured. I imagine that Portia is someone who wants that part of her life shown on the reality series.
Absolutely.
It's such an integral part of like her genetic DNA makeup to be a fighter, like she just mentioned. It's always been there. It's just really heightened at this point, and it's definitely going to be a different kind of season of Housewives if we do get to see that.